Mike Welch back here at Churchill Downs under the Twin Spires for the first of our series of Kentucky Derby Clocker reports leading up to Kentucky Derby 2019. And as is our tradition here, we always shoot the first one in front of the stall or in the stall of last year's winner, which of course was Justify, who broke from post 7, won the Derby on the saddle towel number 7, and then obviously went on to win the Triple Crown. This year's Derby, a little bit more wide open from a handicapping standpoint. No real clear-cut favorite, I think you would say at this point, 12 days out from the race. A lot still to do between now and Derby Day, and even a lot to do before the draw here next week. Improbable, one of the 3 horses trainer Bob Baffert will have in the race, assuming everything goes well over the next week and a half, in trying to defend his title here. Improbable was the first of our 4 Derby workers this morning during the Derby Oak session at 7:30. Improbable, an easy half mile, 48 seconds flat, galloped out 101 and 4. Went off a little quick, 23 and 1, but settled in nicely, coasted home. Just a maintenance move here. He'll have something faster, I'm sure, in 6 or 7 days. Bob Baffert was on hand for the move, and the key part of the element of the move was the fact that he did not wear blinkers today. He ran blinkers in the Arkansas Derby. He'd been training in blinkers up to the Arkansas Derby, but every indication now is that he will not we will not see the blinkers again, and he will run in the Kentucky Derby Improbable without blinkers. By my standards, was up next. He's going to be 6 weeks between starts, coming off his victory in the Louisiana Derby, so a little stiffer work for him today. 6 furlongs from the 5/8 pole in 112 and 4. I had him in a minute flat to the wire, 23 and change for the final quarter, and then galloped out strong, 125 and 4, as he has been doing. He's made a good impression here since the Louisiana Derby and continues to train well. Jockey Gabe Saez aboard again for trainer Brett Calhoun. Long-range Toddy for trainer Steve Asmussen was the third of our 4 workers, an easy 5/8, 102 and 2, 25 and change for the final quarter, galloped out in 116 and 1. And the Wood Memorial winner Tacitus was the last of the group, partly because before he works, he took a nice little jog around once around the mile track before he starts off his breeze. He went in company. He's not the greatest of workhorses. We've seen that leading up to all his previous Derby preps. He won a half mile today on the inside of a workmate, 50 flat, finished about a half length in front, and then drew off on the gallop out. Galloped out nicely, 102 and 4. And then continued out 3 quarters in 16 and 1. He's got great energy on his gallop outs, and he looks like a horse that will appreciate the added distance of the 1.25 miles of the Derby. We had a couple of the Oaks Fillies works this morning. Champagne Anyone in company for trainer Ian Wilkes, 5/8 and 59 and 4. And Larry Jones's Street Band also went this morning in a minute and change. Like I said, we have about half the Derby field is here. A lot of the Derby horses still out of town. Many of them will have their final works out of town, including the group that I just left down in Florida. Trainer Todd Pletch's pairs down there. Florida Derby winner Maximum Security is still down there. So we're going to recap what I've seen from them tomorrow when it's a little bit quieter. But we will try to make note of everything we get to see here. Obviously, Game Winner and Roadster, they're still out in California. So I'm not sure the schedules of in the next couple of days. Omaha Beach galloped yesterday with a new set of shoes. He galloped this morning. I'm not sure what his work schedule is, but I know what our schedule is, and we're going to be here every day between now and the Kentucky Derby, or leading up to the Kentucky Derby, for the next 9 or 10 days. And for the best coverage of Kentucky Derby 2019, keep it right here at DRF.com.